Hi, everyone. Welcome to our exploration of Pranayama 5-day series. Now, I've called this exploration of Pranayama because typically you would use Pranayama techniques to remedy what's going on in your body and your mind with your digestive system, your respiratory system, based on how you're feeling right now. And maybe you can't meet with your teacher in person right now. Maybe you've never heard of pranayama and you're kind of curious, but it's safe to say that all of us start out with not much understanding of what pranayama actually is. So I hope that through this series, you're able to have a better discernment of what's going on, how things affect you, how you can use pranayama techniques to affect what's going on in a beneficial and balancing way, and hopefully find a little bit more comfort, find a little more peace, and find a little bit more of this balanced aspect that we're always touting in yoga. Yoga is, I believe, for everybody. I think pranayama can be for everybody as well. I think it's one of the most powerful techniques of yoga, but it's only balancing and beneficial if we're taking it in a way that supports what's going on our personal level. Not everything is a one-size-fits-all practice, and as soon as we figure out what's going on and what we need, how our practice can complement that thing or those things that are going on, the sooner we can see the benefits of yoga, pranayama, and all of the auxiliary practices that go along with them. So, what is pranayama? Usually we think of it as breathing, and it is, but it is not called, in Indu Aurora's words, breath-ayama. It's called pranayama. Prana being this vital life force, similar to chi, similar to lom, similar to our vitality, whatever you want to call it. In different schools of thought, it's called different things. In yoga, we call it prana. So this life force can get stuck in places that it shouldn't. We can be all up in the head, we're a little anxious. We can be all up in the chest if we're a little bit scared. We can be at the navel if we're a little bit heated or if we're a little bit stuck. So pranayama is the expansion and the control of prana in order to create beneficial change or modification to the physical body or the energetic body, what we'd call the pranayama kosha. More on that in a later series. So these techniques can be heating, they can be cooling, they can be cleansing, they can be grounding, they can be pacifying. So based on how you're feeling, you choose which pranayama technique that you would perform. Ideally, you would do these first thing in the morning, or not necessarily quite first thing. I have some recommended objects for you. One of them happens to be Kleenexes, as they are cleansing practices. I would not recommend that you take these practices if, kind of an all-encompassing one, you have respiratory difficulties right now. There are some that may be okay, but if there is any possibility that this could throw off an asthma attack, that this could throw off pressure in the eyes, that this could throw off, if you are pregnant, high blood pressure in pregnancy is a very big deal. And modifying energy while pregnant or while menstruating is also a big deal. So please do consider and be careful if you have any current things going on that you feel may be affected, or at least ease up. Do not do the more forceful practices like Kalabati and Bastrika, maybe at all, but at least to their fullest extent. Please be relaxed in how you take them. If you feel dizzy at all, please stop. Do not do it. If you feel discomfort, do not. If you feel anxious, take a pacifying breath. Some of these can affect us in ways we don't assume, or ways we wouldn't think, just because we might not have that experience of even observing that energetic change in the body with certain practices. So back to first thing in the morning. These are usually done after asana and before meditation. Not all of us take an asana practice in the morning, but the idea of being after asana is the body is a bit warm and it's limbered up, it's moved, there's expansion in the lungs, in the diaphragm, and we're able to sit comfortably. So if you can do this in the morning before you eat, that would be ideal. Take a little movement beforehand. Some of these are suited for midday, ideally after 3 to 4 hours of eating, or at least not on a full stomach. If you think about things like having a full stomach and just trying to breathe normally as you would, not even considering diaphragmatic, deep belly yogic breathing, that's hard enough as it is. So don't make life harder on yourself. Please don't practice pranayama on a full stomach. Also, some of these are, as I said before, going to be heating and awakening. Not ideal to practice most of these before bed. There are some that are okay to do before bed because they are more cooling, grounding, pacifying, calming, but these are best done in the morning or midday. And in each video with each pranayama technique, I will remind you of when this would be best to practice, under what conditions, and not under what conditions. So I hope you do enjoy this series. Please let me know if you have any questions. I stated before, pregnancy, menstruation, high blood pressure, asthma, vertigo, eye strain or eye pressure, those might not be ideal situations to take this fully as the pranayama technique is directed. So please let me know if you have any questions. Consult your doctor if you think any of these could be detrimental to your current condition or your current state. If you have a yoga teacher, if you have a yoga therapist, again, please consult them if they have recommendations of what you should be doing. Please take what I have to offer as that, an offering of what I know and what I practice, not a prescription, not a recommendation for you personally. That's for you to explore and perhaps with a yoga or Ayurvedic therapist and practitioner as well. So I hope you enjoy. Please let me know if you have any questions, and I'll see you for the rest of the week.